Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ultimo Gallos weekend wrestling wrap-up. Unless something changes, this will be going up on Sunday the 20th. It's Saturday as I'm filming. I just got some of my Saturday Night Wrestling watch, but I also got caught up on a few things. We're going to start off here. This might end up being 2 episodes like the last couple of men. I don't know yet. We're going to start off with Ring of Honor, episode 421. Of course, watch it off the Fight app. The place around here is Ring of Honor. A little chilly. I'm out on the back porch, if you can't tell. Got a little light, and this was kind of surprising. We actually got two. Those itches. We got two decent little matches out of Ring of Honor this week. Start off, we got Coast to Coast, who I'm really never giving crap about, and Silas Young and Josh Woods. And I like Josh Woods, and I love Silas Young. I didn't know they were tagging, but against Coast to Coast, I'm like, yeah. Ended up being a decent little tag match. Silas hits this really nice suplex where he kind of like got the guy up and then bounced his legs off the rope, and they call it an anarchist suplex. No idea why. I've never seen it before. And Josh and Silas in a winner. It turns out to be a decent match. 2.5 out of 5. Decent little match. And then we get another match from the what are they calling it? Number of Contenders tournament, I think is what they're calling it. I don't remember. It was supposed to be Bandito versus Jay Lethal, but Bandito got injured recently, so it's PJ Black versus Jay Lethal. I think I've seen these two face each other before. Really good match, like really worth tracking down. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a little bit harder to watch Ring of Honor online because you have to either have the Fight app or watch it through the Fight website. Sometimes the Fight website can be glitchy. It's not on YouTube. I don't know why they just don't put it up on YouTube. You got to sign up for their ringside thing, and that's free, and you get to watch it like a week behind. Whereas watching on Fight, most of the time it airs on Saturdays on most channels. I get it Mondays. Remember, they were talking about on this episode about the Ring of Honor pay-per-view that was in New Orleans this past Saturday. That was, the 12th? Well, like I said, good back and forth match. Lethal just barely wins this. 3 out of 5. Overall show rating, 2.75. That's not bad. That's above average. All right, give me a second here. I'm going to go find my next set of notes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm kind of doing these in the order they aired, the way I see them, even though I didn't see them in order like Ring of Honor I just watched. But that's on Monday, so I did it first. But next up is NWA Power, episode 2. And it starts off great. We get a match from Ricky Starks versus Trevor Murdoch. I haven't seen Trevor Murdoch wrestle, and forever I thought he'd retire. And Ricky Starks, I haven't seen him live in quite a while because he used to work Wildcat Power Slam in this area, but he's working like all over now. He's signed to NWA, and it's like, this is a nice showcase for Starks because he's pretty much unknown to most wrestling fans outside of like the Deep South, like Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi area. Know him a little, some will know him, but that outside of that, he's not really known. Great to see Trevor Murdoch again. Starks ends up winning. 3 out of 5 match. Worth tracking out. NWA Power is always worth watching every week so far. Then we get our next match. Colt Cabana comes out and he's to his tag team partner and blah, blah, blah. It's Mr. Anderson, Ken Kennedy, Ken Anderson, Kamikaze Ken Anderson. He's one of those guys where all I've really seen from him, because he was in WWE in a time when I really wasn't watching much. When he was in TNA, I wasn't watching TNA that much. I've seen him like at IWA Mid-South of all places. I've seen a lot of people there. And they're taking on the jobber tag team of Jordan Kingsley and Sal Rinauro. It's a squash, but it's a halfway entertaining squash. Of course, Colt and Anderson win. 2 out of 5. Then we get... It's the NWA World Women's World Champion, Allison Kay, come out, and it's the non-title match. She's taking on Ashley Vox, who... I don't know if anybody watches know what I'm talking about. The only reason I know about this is because friends. There's this Zendaya girl, lady, who's an actress. I think maybe a singer or something. Like, had some Disney Channel shows like shit, but she played MJ in like 2 of the newer Spider-Man movies. Ashley Fox looks like the Hispanic version of her. Really surprised me because I thought, okay, it's gonna be another squash. No, it was actually a fairly back and forth match. Of course, Allison Kay won. But I enjoyed the match enough that I'm going to track down some Ashley Fox matches. 2.5 out of 5. Still, average match. Then we get our main event, which is NWA World Tag Team title match. And we got the champs who are the wild cards. Bram, Tom, some. I don't know what the fuck I don't know why they're bothering with that because Eddie Kingston keeps calling him Bram, and Royce Isaacs, who I'm really enjoying. Seeing him on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Ring Warriors. I think he worked Paragon Pro. Really enjoying the guy, and they have the titles. Of course, they take on Outlaw Inc., which is Eddie Kingston and Homicide. It's basically like another version of LAX. It's a big brawl and a decent one at that. Eddie and Homicide are really good. I'm becoming a fan of Royce, but Brom is still crap. But hey, 3 out of the 4 in the ring are pretty good, so it should be a decent match. It's going really good. And then them damn Dirty Dawsons interfere and cause the match to be a no contest. So I was kind of disappointed. And 2.5 out of 5. So overall show rating was 2.5. Because, Ricky Starks had the best match on the show. The worst was Cole Cabana and Anderson. That was still a good match. So definitely worth tracking down. If you like old school wrestling, NWA Power is like the one place you can get it on a national level right now. There is some feds, especially in the Deep South, that book old school wrestling. But NWA Power has the best as of right now. The only one I know that you can usually get nationally is if you use the Fight app, SWA Championship Wrestling. I'll talk about them when they have episodes up. That's very old school, but it's not. It's very hit or miss too. It's more like for every one hit you get 3 misses. But definitely we're tracking down. And give me a second here and pull up my next set of notes. Be right back. Alright, up next is the second part of what I call my Tuesday night wrestling shows, because usually I watch NWA Power. Now that appears on YouTube at 5 minutes after 5 Eastern time. So Eastern, PM on Tuesdays. I usually don't catch it to 6. I'm sorry, it airs at 5 minutes after 6 Eastern time, which is 5 minutes after 5 my time, Central Time Zone. I usually don't catch it till 6. And right after it's over, I end up watching this next one, which is AEW Dark, the second episode of it. And as of just 2 episodes, AAW Dark has provided, for me, being way more entertaining than AAW Dynamite. Start off, we get a 3-way match. We got Kip Sabian, who I've heard the name, never seen the guy wrestle as far as I know. Peter Avalon, who I know from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and he's actually decent there, but what I've seen him in AEW is just kind of bleh. And Sonny Kiss, who all I've ever seen from Kiss is, isn't one of the Battle Royals, one of the AEW Battle Royals? Okay, at best match. Yeah. Peter's not that good in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Kip, he's decent. Sonny Kiss is one of those okay wrestler, but nothing special. Nothing about Sonny Kiss in ring really makes him stand out. His character makes him stand out because you don't have any characters like him in wrestling as of right now, but his ring work, nothing really stands out to me. 2 out of 5. Then we get a tag match, and this is that 8-man tag. And see, that's what I wish they would do on their Dynamite show instead of having, like, this past week, and I'll get to it because I'm going to recover that one after this. They had a bunch of tag matches, and 2 of them just were not even needed. Throw a big 8-man tag out there. Do that, This is the Hybrid 2, which is Angelico and Jack Evans. And the Dark Order, who used to be known as the Super Smash Brothers. That's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. Stu Grayson used to be... Evil Uno was Player Uno, and Stu Grayson was Player Dos. Versus Seaman, the SCU, which is, of course, Frankie Kazarian, Chris Daniels, Scorpio Sky. First time seeing Dark Order wrestle in AEW, and they're okay. Grayson looks like a skinny version of Ray Rowe. Even though I see a lot of stuff on about people comparing him to the lead guy from the God of War series. I don't know, I never played it. But to me, he looks like a skinny version of Ray Rowe. Lots of good moves and spots, but after the match was over, all I really remember was who won. Which is one thing I've noticed by AEW. They cram so much in each match, it all kind of blends together after viewing for me. I just remember, okay, this person or tag team won. Nothing about it really sticks in my memory, but it was above average match. It was like a 3 out of 5 match. It was worth tracking down. And we got our main event. And this one kind of surprised me because I was expecting it to be a little better than this, but it's a lights out match, which means unsanctioned, I don't, lights out's an old Southern gimmick these days. Although the Fed doesn't sanction this, so we're going to flip the lights on and off a couple times and have the match. I remember as a kid, first time I heard of a lights out match, I thought they were actually going to be wrestling in the dark. I was reading about it in like PWI or the Wrestler Inside Wrestling, one of those. This is going to be Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela. So you got the cleaner versus the bad boy. And, this is a match that made Cornette's head explode. He don't like either guy. And I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Janela in-ring. I think booking-wise, he's got a good mind for booking. Joe Janela Spring Break shows have been some of the best stuff from WrestleMania weekend for the past, 3 years now? They've been really entertaining. Kenny Omega, I'll say this: his matches in AEW have been decent, but they don't compare to stuff he's doing in Japan. I don't know maybe it's the opponents. I don't know what it is. My biggest issue with Janela is he's okay wrestler, but he's got these flaws that he just doesn't seem to care about fixing them, and it causes the matches to suffer. Omega ends up getting the win, 2.5 out of 5, so average match. Overall for the show is a 2.5, so average rate. Let me get a sip of drink here, everybody. I guess I could show the mug off. Got my Day of the Dead mug here. Getting ready for Halloween. Ain't too far off. As of this recording, we got, 12 days? Alright, give me a couple seconds. I'll pull up the next show. I'll be right back. Okay. This is AEW Dynamite Episode 3. I'll watch this off TNT. I DVR it when I can. Some weeks I just can't. And honestly, I said when it started I'd give AEW 5 weeks. I got 2 more weeks. If they don't improve in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be dropping Dynamite and just watching Dark. Because Dark recaps what happened on Dynamite, plus I get matches. And this show just, I'll get into it. Alright, first match will be a tag team tournament. First round match. And we got the SCU coming out, which is going to be Chris Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. They get attacked by the Lucha Brothers, and Pentagon does this pile driver on the ramp that, at least from what I saw, it looks like Daniels' head just plows right into it. So I think he actually got hurt there. So, of course, Scorpio comes out to take his place, but Scorpio didn't think he was going to be wrestling, so he had, no gear with him, which is odd in a way, because every wrestler I've ever talked to tells you that's number one rule. You bring your gear with you everywhere, because you never know when you're going to need it. And they're taking on the Best Friends, which, of course, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. I like both teams. It's a good match. I hate that the Best Friends lost, but SCU is probably the best tag team in AEW, and probably they're in my top 3 or 4 tag teams. Then a winning going on the next round, 3 out of 5. Okay, good match. Then we get one of the tag matches I talked about just a little bit ago, but was not neat. You got Ortiz and Santana, and I don't know what they're calling them here in AEW. It's like powerful and proud and prideful, or something like that. Just call them Ortiz and Santana. Call them EYFBO. I had to think for a second. I remember what it actually stands for and initialize it in my head. They're taking on Alex Reynolds, who I've never seen before. And John Silver, who I've actually seen in Beyond Wrestling, I think it was. He's decent. I love Ortiz and Santana. I've been a fan of them since I first saw them in Beyond. This is back when Beyond had do the shows with no fans. It's just the wrestlers watching. They tore it up in TNA or Impact. And sadly, not enough people were watching Impact. A lot of people didn't see how good they were. This was just a squash. I mean, I understand they want to build up Ortiz and Santana because I'm sure a lot of people watching the AEW, this is on TNT, an easily available channel. I have never seen them before, but we didn't need a squash. They could have done something else with this. It gets a 2 out of 5 and just barely gets that. Then we come to just this god-awful match. I know every time this woman gets mentioned, I talk about how horrible she is, but man, it's the AEW Women's title match. You got the champ Riho taking on Britt Baker. They really need to stop pushing Baker. She's horrible in the ring. She's god-awful on the mic. When she did commentary, last week? She was horrible. She botches more in the matches than Brian XL. Anybody else remember Brian XL? Or to keep it local, she botches more in the match than Alex Cruz. This was horrible. There's a spot when they're on the mat, and you can actually see Britt Baker kind of rolling Riho over on top of her. And I don't know why they just didn't cut to a different camera angle or something, because I know they got more than one camera film. This was just bad. I don't get why Britt's getting the big push she's getting. First thing, she's not that known. She's only got, 2 years under the belt? She's not good. Maybe they just want to push her because she's the wrestling dentist. You know what they should do? You make me pop for Britt Baker, since she's a wrestling dentist. Have Dr. Mike Leno come out with her as her manager, because he was a dentist too. Call him the Canvas Cavity. For the 4 people out there to get that. 1.5 out of 5, and that's only because of Riho. If it been anybody else in there, pretty much this would have been a 0.5 or a 1. It's just not a good match. And they seem to want to push Britt. Don't know why. Then we got our next tag team tournament first round match, which is going to be the Lucha Brothers taking on, supposed to have been Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express, but Luchasaurus is hurt, so they substituted in Marco Stunt. It's a decent tag, but it shows that Jungle Boy and Stunt aren't at the level of the Lucha Brothers. I mean, I love Marco Stunt. Dude's from my home state. But he still needs work. And Jungle Boy's decent, but he needs work. Lucha Brothers win, go on to the second round. Average match 2.5 out of 5. Then we got Adam Page and Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, taking on Jon Moxley and Pac. And man, they're going all out the tag teams this week. Tag match, and this is one that wasn't needed. They could have cut this and added some more time to some of these other matches. I don't know why they didn't. It's a fairly long match for a TV match, and it wasn't bad, but do we really need 4 tag matches on one show? And they're almost 4 matches in a row. Only breaks them is that Shit Baker match. Shit Baker. That kind of fits. Average match, 2.5 out of 5. And then we get our main events, a world title match, which means Chris Jericho, of course, can be out there. And it's a Philly street fight. It's going to be Chris Jericho taking on Darby Allin. Damn good match. I love how they're building up Darby, because Darby's one of them. He's kind of unknown. I mean, I know him from what he wrestled in with Evolve, and I think Defy. The only reason I know about Defy is because one of the forums I used to post that, a bunch of the members there lived in the area and would go to Defy shows and talk about it. And I'd read up on it. I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. Jericho's a damn good work champ. Good person to put the belt on, because I'm sure AEW's got a lot of fans watching on TNT that have no clue about New Japan, who Kenny Omega is, who a lot of these people are, but they know Chris Jericho. And Jericho and Darby have a really good match, 3.5 out of 5, so a damn good match. Should end up getting a 2.5 because that really bad Shit Baker match. Alright, let me get my next set of notes and I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, this is going to be the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by Pro Shingle. That's the version I'm not watching now. It's on. Just look up Championship Wrestling from Pro Shingle. I think that's the actual title you're looking for on YouTube. They put it up every Saturday, usually around lunchtime. I watch this one because I also get Championship Wrestling on one of the channels on Dish Network. That's where I started watching it. And I found out about this Pro Shingle version. It's the Memphis airings. And they cut out a lot of the commercials because it's paid programming. It sounded like back in the day, for y'all old enough to remember, League Co. Final Sound would have the League Co. movie of the week. And if you did the League Co. shuffle, you got a free paintbrush. It's like that way. So you don't get near as many commercials. And you have Dustin Starr and Maria Starr, his wife, hosting and doing little segments. And there's one at the end of this that really stands out. Star for first match is Lacey Ryan versus Sandra Moon. Seen Moon before. She's okay. Never seen Ryan. Super quick squash. Like really quick. Moon ends up winning. 2.5 out of 5. Then we get Double Platinum versus the Soul Burners. It's an okay match. I'm sorry, 2 out of 5 for the first match. I read that wrong. It's an okay match. It's going decent. I'm not a huge fan of Double Platinum. Soul Burners are okay. Then Vermin, the team Vermin runs in, attacks Double Platinum, which causes Soul Burners lose by disqualification. Yeah, I understand why they're doing it, trying to build up Vermin to go up against the Soul Burners, but yeah, 2 out of 5. Then we get the match that I was really hyped for, because they announced this last week. Rogelio, part of Howdy Price's stable. No Howdy, though, I noticed that, versus Watts. And this is a non-title match, because Watts is the Hollywood Heritage Champion. There's a lot of belts in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. A lot of belts. And it should be good. Both guys are really standouts to me in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. They both were really good in the Red Carpet Rumble. Was it 2 weeks ago that aired? Where he hits this really nice flying shoulder block that knocks Watts off his feet like early in the match. And I hadn't seen Watts come off his feet in a long time. Then he ends up nailing this really nice vertical suplex on Watts. I'm like, oh shit, is Rogelio going to win? Well, Watts ends up making his comeback, and Watts makes a mistake. Now, he's got a thing where now, every time he's going for his finisher, he has him play his music. Or Rogelio's on the mat, and Watts signals for his music. It's a choke, slam, into kind of like a power bomb. He calls it the choke force. Well, as soon as Rogelio's music, he just rolls out of the ring. He's like, screw it, I'm getting counted down. I ain't gonna get hit by that shit. And that ending, it's like, man, the last match was a DQ. We already had a squash, and they're going to give us this kind of ending. Man, 2 out of 5. I was expecting so much more on that match, because there's 2 of my favorites in the group, and they just wasn't good. And then we got another tag match. We got Wasted Youth, which is, God, I don't remember the name of him, looks like my cousin's 7-year-old kid, and Sketch the Skate Park Scumbag or something like this. Comes out with skateboard and shows off. I think I've seen him ride it once. Who's seen us out to ride it? Ain't like Shane Douglas. And they're taking on a team of Pinks and Fidel Bravo. I like Fidel Bravo. I like Pinks. And Wasted Youth's one of them teams where they're either decent in the ring or they're just total shit. It's like they flip a coin. Oh, heads, we're going to be total shit this time. And the sad thing is that the way the commentary team's been talking since the match, since Wasted Youth came out, it's like, oh man, they're just kind of signaling Wasted Youth's going to win this. I'm like, crap, I hope it's not. And yep, Pinks accidentally hits Bravo with a punch, knocks him out, and Wasted Youth goes for a double knee strike off the top rope onto Pinks, and they win. 1.5 out of 5. I was still. Then we get our main event. And we got Will Allday, who's currently the Reality of Wrestling TV champ. He's defending the title against Adrian Quest. I'm like, that's right, Will Allday. I thought, okay, cool. Now I'm like, oh, he's from Reality of Wrestling. That's a Reality of Wrestling. I do like that about Championship has belts from all over Feds all over showing up on the TV show. People from, and part of that might be because Championship Wrestling from Hollywood airs all over the place. Like, state I live in, it airs on 2 or 3 channels available in the state, like over-the-air channels. And of course, the Z Living channel, which is what I used to watch it on Dish, it's on YouTube. It airs all over. I mean, they got a massive penetration with their TV show. Allday is okay from a little bit I've seen him in Quest. I don't think I've ever seen Adrian Quest before. They're calling him El Fuego. Allday hits this really nice suicide dive on Quest. Not a bad match. Both guys are kind of pacing it just right. Not going too fast, not going too slow. That's one of the issues I notice with a lot of modern wrestlers. They go, especially ones that are like under 25, they go real fast. Which, if you can do that and not mess up, it's nice. But you mess up once and it just throws everything off. And the only major drawback to this match is that I'm pretty sure Allday is not going to lose the Reality of Wrestling TV title in Hollywood. And, of course, he ends up winning. But better match than anything else on the show. I gave it a 3 out of 5. But because of some of these other crappy matches, the show only gets a 2.1. All right, yeah, you know what? I got enough time. Okay, give me a couple seconds. I got 2 pay-per-views to cover, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the Impact Rebellion pay-per-view, which aired back in April 28th this year. They're airing all the pay-per-views. They're like repeating them on Access Channel right now. I guess get people ready for, I think it's next Tuesday, Impact premieres on Access. It starts off like a lot of your TNA pay-per-views. Start off like a 6 or 4-man tag with a lot of the Cruiserweight X Division guys. And this one you got Ace Austin, who's the guy, I know him from LWW, comes out. He's got the playing cards. He's got the little staff. He's Gambit. Gambit is a wrestler. And it's not the first time somebody's done it. There was a wrestler down in Mexico as part of a tag team called Hombres DX or Del X. Hombres, there's Men of the X is what the name translated out to roughly. And it was like a Cyclops over in a Gambit. And the match used to be up on YouTube and it got taken down. Taking on Aiden Prince. Never heard of him before. Eddie Edwards, too, I'm really enjoying. Eddie was one of the guys I saw a little bit of in Ring of Honor. I was like, just kind of bland. Before now he's got a personality. I'm really enjoying him. Jake Christ versus Jake Diener, who I'm guessing is Cody Diener's cousin or something. I didn't know Cody Diener was back. They're running in Canada, so that makes sense. And Petey Williams. Typical Impact 6-man match. Lots of fast action, which means there's a mistake and not so much selling as I like. And Ace Austin ends up winning it. 2 out of 5. Not a bad way to open the show. Get the crowd pumped up. Now we got our next match, which is Scarlett Bordeaux taking on Rohit Raju, who's some connection to Gama Singh, because Gama Singh comes out. Scarlett's not a great wrestler, but this match is just incredibly short. Scarlett ends up winning the squash really quick. Match wasn't needed. They could have just said, fuck this match, and added the time to another one of the matches on the show. Because it was about, when it was about 10 minutes, and it wasn't needed at all. It was just fluff. And hell, Scarlett ain't even there anymore. She left over pay issues. And we get a 6-man tag, which is Moose in the North, which is Josh Alexander, Ethan Page taking on the Rascals, which is Dez, Trey, and Wentz. Decent 6-man tag. Moose and North use their size and power advantage over the Rascals' speed. It goes the right amount of time. Moose and the North win 3 out of 5. I love the Rascals. Excuse me. I enjoy Moose. The North is in there. Excuse me. Let's have some tacos. So I'm burping a little bit. Josh Alexander, Ethan Page are entertaining. All right, well, we come up to our first championship match. This is going to be Talia Valkyrie, the Impact Knockouts champ, taking on Jordynne Grace. I'm so happy Jordan's finally getting known thanks to Impact. First became aware of her. She worked what is it, as a Mississippi Wrestling Corps show, which doesn't exist anymore. I think they only last about a year or two. And she was probably like 18 when she did this, because she's only like 23 now. That's about five years ago. And she impressed me. I'm like, man, this girl's actually a really good wrestler. She's got a different look, She's got the power builder body. Looks completely different from most of the other women. Talia, it's unusual that you see Talia face another woman that's stronger than her. And actually, I think Talia's a little bit taller, but not by much. But then, Jordynne Grace is stronger than pretty much every other woman I can think of in wrestling currently. Decent back and forth match. Could use a little bit more time, but Talia ends up winning and keeping title, which didn't surprise me. 2.5 out of 5. Decent little match. Then we get an Impact's X Division match with contested OVE rules, which I guess is just hardcore rules. I'm really not sure. They didn't explain. It's kind of like how you had in WCW had Ravens rules, which is a hardcore match. We have champion Rich Swann taking on Sami Callihan. It's a battle of the former friends. They've known each other for a long time. Nice contrast between both guys' styles, because, Rich Swann does kind of a high-flying, high-impact style. Sami Callihan is he's a big, brutal brawler. Not big, but he's a brawler. Fun little match. Swann ends up winning a hard-fought battle. 3.5 out of 5. Good match. Then we get... It's kind of weird. This match went on after, happened higher up on the card than the actual the Knockouts Championship match. We got Tessa taking on Gail Kim. Gail came out of retirement to face Tessa. And Tessa's good. I hope her attitude issues are gone, because I've heard way too many stories from people that actually met her that I trust have told me some stories about her. It's just like, And I was expecting a decent match. Gail Kim can be good, and Tessa can usually carry almost anybody to a decent match, but Gail shows some serious ring rust in this match. Tessa ends up winning 2 out of 5. Below average match. We got 2 matches left. We got our Impact World Champion match, which is Johnny Impact taking on Brian Cage. Johnny Impact, of course, is the champion. Brian Cage challenger. We got Lance Stormer's reverse, so that adds a little something to it. Johnny's held this title for quite a while by them. Wish this had been longer. Take the time from the Scarlet Bordeaux match added to this, because it would have really improved the match. It just felt real rushed. Cage is up winning. He's the new Impact World Champ. And as of right now, he's still the champion. He's taking on, is it next weekend? I think it's next week. He's taking on Sami Callihan or maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's Sunday. The Battle for Glory pay-per-view. It might be Sunday. And then we end up getting the main event. This kind of surprised me. I noticed Impact doesn't always have their world title in the main event, which I don't know. This is the Impact World Tag Team title match. It's a Full Metal Mayhem match between Stable Ladders and TLC match, basically. And you got LAX, Ortiz and Santana, so when they're still LAX, before they left for AEW, taking on the champs, Lucha Brothers, which is, of course, Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. This was good. This was really good. I love how this version of LAX went from being almost a no one that should have been to being one of the best tag teams in the Western Hemisphere. These guys just beat the shit out of each other in the entire match. And LAX is winning the belts. And a damn good match. 4 out of 5 stars. Just really, really good. Overall, the show got a 2.56, and that's mostly because of that Tessa match and the Scarlet match just drug it down. And the opener drug it down. But got one more to go. I'm almost done, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, another Impact pay-per-view aired on Access Channel, so I recorded and watched. And this is the Impact Slammiversary pay-per-view. It's the Slammiversary 17. This is from July 7, 2019, so a couple of days from my birthday. Start off with a 4-man match. We got Willie Mack. Enjoy Willie Mack. Jake Chris can be good. TJP and Trey from the Rascals. This is decent. Willie Mack and Trey are pretty good. Chris can be good, and TJP just really lost a step since going to WWE. I don't know if it's age catching up with him, or he's just like, I ain't trying so hard anymore because screw it. I don't know what's up with that. Willie ends up winning this. Average match, 2.5 out of 5. Then we got a tag team triple threat match. We got the champs North. Sometime between that pay-per-view and this one, the North end will win the belts. I don't remember exactly when. I since Impact moved to Pursuit, I've not seen it near as many. Even though I get Pursuit, it's just Friday nights. There's so much stuff recording. It's kind of hard for me to get it recorded. And plus, if I DVR it, sometimes it'll be a week after it airs, so I'll finally get a chance to watch it because there's one TV in the house with the DVR. TV in my room, no DVR, no satellite, streaming only. So, of course, we got Champs North, Josh Alexander, Ethan Page taking an LAX, Ortiz and Santana versus the Rascal. And this incarnation of the Rascal is just Desmond Xavier and, was it Zachary Wentz? And Impact has some really great tag teams. Just too bad hardly nobody watches Impact. Wasn't expecting North to keep the titles in this one. Was expecting the Rascals to win, but the North ends up winning. And it's a good little match. I mean, you got LAX is probably one of the absolute best tag teams right now. The Rascals need to improve a little, but not by much. And the North is pretty good, 3 out of 5. Then we get a First Blood match. This is what I'm talking about, the character Eddie Edwards has. Eddie Edwards versus Killer Cross. And I think not that long ago, Eddie Edwards was the Impact World Champ. Now he's been spinning his wheels in the mid-card for at least a year, which I don't get. Why is he not in the world? I don't even think he got like a rematch when he lost the title. I don't get it. Killer Cross is decent, but he's missing something. I can't figure out what it was he's missing. The kendo stick comes in, First Blood match. Eddie ends up winning. I was expecting a lot more from this match. 2 out of 5. Then we get Moose versus RVD. Moose has been kind of running through like older wrestlers to build him up. I think they're trying to build up Moose where he can get a shot. He's a heel, get a shot at the Impact World title and win it. Be had like a big reigning heel champ. Because I think they pretty much know he's not going anywhere. He left Ring of Honor for TNT Impact, and WWE doesn't seem to be showing interest in him. Neither does AEW. So who knows? I was kind of surprised how good this was because RVD has a style he works, and if your shit doesn't mesh with it, he just don't give a shit. He's going to get his stuff in, and that's it. That's why RVD matches are very hitters. WWE is a little different because they kind of tone down the style. But any place else that he wants to work a certain style, and I think Moose's style wouldn't mesh with it, but they actually did. They made it work. Moose ends up winning. 2.5 out of 5. And then we get a Knockouts title match. It's a Monsters Ball 4-way. Ooh, that might be interesting. The Monsters Ball is another style of hardcore match. We got Taya, who pretty sure was champion going in. Jessica Havoc, who I didn't know was back. Rosemary, who I love Rosemary. And Sue Young. Sue Young's really good. And what I don't get is all the praise the WWE's women's division gets. It's not nearly as good as Impact's Knockouts have been for a long time now. I mean, I'm not a fan of WWE's women's division. Sasha, don't give a crap. Charlotte, I catch heat for this all the time. But to me, she's the worst Flair that's wrestled. Reed had better matches than her. David had better matches than her. It's like in the ring, you could tell she doesn't have any passion. I mean, Becky Lynch is okay. Bailey's okay from what I've seen, but I'm not that impressed with her. Whereas Impact, I mean, just these 4 women right here, any one of these 4 is better than pretty much anybody you got in WWE. But you don't hear anybody talking about this. Watch his Impact. It's not being a damn better match than I was expecting. Ty ends up winning 3.5 out of 5. And it helps that the Sinister Minister, James Mitchell, is here announcing, working. So it came out cool. Then we get X Division match. And this is Rich Swann taking on Johnny Impact. These two really, really should have a long feud somewhere, which I don't think is going to happen because Johnny Impact just got signed back to WWE. I doubt Rich Swann's ever going back there after the way he got let go. So they work so well together. Styles blend so well. Ridge ends up winning 3 out of 5. Really, definitely worth tracking down that match. Then again, another pay-per-view where the world title is not the main event. And I understand the last one, that tag match, that makes sense. That was another title match. This one, the main event's kind of surprising. But we got our world title match here. And this is Brian Cage, champ, taking on Mike Elgin. Big Mike Elgin, who I met quite a few years ago now. Nice guy when I met him. Got a shirt off of him, talked to him a little bit. This is former tag team partners facing each other. What? Something machine, Unbreakable Machine or something like this. I don't remember. And it's just two big, like mass-wise, brawling guys that can also wrestle. Good match. Almost the best match on the show, honestly. Cage wins, ends up retaining the title 4 out of 5. And then Mike Elgin gets some hate online for various things. What's weird is fans will hate on him, but then they love them some AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is in some pretty fucked up shit. Just look into his past. Then we got a main event. This is going to be Tessa versus Sami Callihan. They've been building this up for a while. And Tessa's shown she can hang with men and look convincing win. As long as they ain't real tall guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't put her against somebody like 6'5". But, most of the guys, especially outside of WWE, are, that 5'10" to 6 foot range, she works good against them. And Sami, to me, is one of the best guys that's not signed to a big Fed. Because I don't consider Impact a big Fed. Impact to me is, it used to be maybe close to number 2, now it's like number 4. Nice build up for this match. Both of them won this throughout the Impact episodes that came before it. Both of them came out and won the Steel Show, which they ended up doing. And surprisingly, I was expecting Tessa wins because they're pushing the hell out of Tessa. She's like, from what I understand, she's like one of the highest paid people in Impact. They know she's like their crown jewel. Not WWE crown jewel. That Saudi Blood Money pay-per-view. But Sami ends up winning 4.5 out of 5. This was almost a perfect match. It was just so good. And it's showing giving a 3.12. So let me check real quick. I'm going to pull up some stuff. Let's see. Okay. Looks like for show of the week, it might be Ring of Honor. Is anybody able to beat that? Not so far. Nope. All right, worst show of the week was Championship Wrestling Hollywood at 2.1. And that's just because they had some really shit matches. And best show for weekly show would be Ring of Honor. 2.75. That's pretty good. And then, of course, the 2 pay-per-views. Summerversary got a 3.12, so that did better than Rebellion, which got like a 2.5, I think. 2.56. That's it. I got this done in one episode. That's kind of surprising. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Remember, if you did, leave a comment. Share this wherever, give me that thumbs up, all that crap. And we'll be back sometime next week with the next episode. Hopefully I got a lot more watched by then because I still got stuff sitting on the DVR. I got an MLW on the DVR I haven't watched yet. I got New Japan. I'll have another Ring of Honor by then. I'll have another NWA. Hopefully at least one more NWA Power and AAW Dark. I went in and filmed it. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.